I 21F found a spy camera in my room after my stepdad 36M put a surveillance camera in my window. My stepdad 36M installed a surveillance camera positioned outside of my window to scan our backyard while him and my mother and two younger brothers go camping. I couldn't go on the trip since I had work, so I was staying home to house sit and feed our animals. My stepdad recently put up new cameras outside, so I didn't see anything wrong with him positioning one outside my window. Come to find out, the very next day, I had my boyfriend stay over and he found that the surveillance camera that was ran from outside my window and into my room was being powered by one of those spy camera power blocks. For context, my relationship with my stepdad hasn't always been the best and we tend to butt heads a lot. He's said a lot of questionable things in the past that I've written off because he's my dad and I would never think he intended to be inappropriate or harmful. He's been in my life since I was 8 years old. Of course I'm second-guessing everything now that I've found this camera. It was positioned to point directly at my bedroom door from the far wall, so it has direct view of my entire room, which I change in. I tried desperately to rationalize it and think it was maybe a mistake, like he grabbed the wrong charger box. Or maybe he was just trying to look for intruders. But really there is no excuse for putting a camera in my bedroom. The camera even had an SD card in it. I'm beyond devastated. My stepdad even suggested I invite my boyfriend over to while they're gone so I have someone here, which is something he would never do considering he's made it clear before he doesn't want him over when no one is home because he doesn't want us stalking in his home. My boyfriend and I are going to go through the SD card to see if there is anything on it. I'm at a complete loss at how to even bring this up to my mom. I confided in my aunt and uncle since they live close by and they have been very supportive of me having a conversation with my mom about it. This whole situation is extremely upsetting. I at least have some family to support me as I navigate this, but I don't even know how to bring this up to my mom. This is obviously going to change everything. She had my 5-year-old half-brother with him. My mind is racing with the consequences this is going to have on our family. Has anyone that has been in a similar situation have advice? How can I do this without causing extreme damage to the family, although that may be impossible? Thank you in advance. Too long didn't read. I found a hidden camera that my stepdad put in my room. How do I bring this up to my mom? Update 1? I don't want to make a whole new thread since I want to make a new update when my parents get back Monday, but I want to thank everyone for all the advice. I went to the police station tonight and filed a police report and turned in the spy camera with the SD card. The officer said this is a serious offense and I will likely get a call early next week from an investigator due to the severity of the situation. I'm planning on telling my mother about the police report after we have a conversation about this on Monday, with my aunt and uncle present. As for people messaging me about my profile, thank you for reminding me to delete personal information. Please do not dox or try to seek any sort of justice for me as this may affect my case. Respect my privacy during this time please, as it may be crucial during this investigation. This was the hardest thing I ever had to do, but whatever this shit was, it's ending with me. I hope I can get justice for myself and any other victims who may have been violated by him, since this will be heavily investigated and the officer said it will likely be looked into further, such as search warrants and looking for more SD cards. I'm hanging on by a thread, but the support I have is what's keeping me together. I'm staying with my boyfriend tonight to keep out of the house. Thanks again for all the love and supportive messages. I'll update again soon. Update 2? It's the next morning and once my boyfriend wakes up we're going back to my house today to look for any more secret cameras either in the bathroom or my brother's room so I can submit it for more evidence. I'm iffy about searching my parents' room for more evidence as it's likely he has a hidden camera in there to see me do it. Still on the fence about having a police officer search the house. If I do, I'll be sure to update after I am finished and in a safe place. My aunt has offered to come with me to help me search. Again, thank you everyone for the support. I'm trying as best I can to do this the right way and get as much done with the time I have left. I'm mentally and emotionally drained, but I'll be seeking resources once all of this is said and done. I'm reading everyone's comments, so I'm taking all the advice I can get. Update 3? I probably won't be able to update for a few days since today is the day that I talked to my mom, but I just wanted to share the plan I made and hopes for what happens today. After talking with my aunt, uncle, boyfriend, and my cousin who is a civil lawyer, I've decided that I will speak to my mom in a separate location from my stepdad. Most likely I'll have her meet me somewhere outside of our home. I'll have my aunt with me and this is where I'll explain everything to her: the camera, past uncomfortable experiences I've had with my stepdad that I originally brushed off because he was my dad, Video footage of him deliberately setting it up and angling it, and footage of me in my room. I'm praying she understands why I had to go to my aunt instead of her, considering she was not in town and I was worried for her safety if I told her what happened. She was stuck with him and my brothers about 4 hours away for the weekend. I'm hoping with my aunt there and her being away from my stepdad that it'll prevent her from reacting out of anger and search for him and escalate the situation then and there, and I hope my aunt can provide some support for myself and her. I'm prepared for her to go through the same processes I went through, such as reasoning and denial. But with the evidence there's no possible way she can deny it. I'm preparing myself for the worst. I just hope that I can be strong for her and support her as this all hits her like it did me. I will not be returning home or facing him today. My boyfriend will be on standby to pick up my brothers if needed, since my aunt has offered for them to stay with us so my mom can talk to my stepdad without them there. I'll ask my mom to meet me and of course, not tell my stepdad about the circumstances. Maybe she can tell him she's going to the grocery store. I don't want him getting any hints that she could be meeting with me. I know I've said it a lot, but I truly do appreciate the support system I have, not only with my family but here too. This has been a nightmare, but hearing everyone's stories about this, proving it's way too common, is what is helping me get through this and pushing me to do the right thing. Not only am I a victim in this but my boyfriend as well, and God knows who else. The confrontation won't happen for about another 7 hours, so in the meantime I'll be reading over comments and preparing myself for what comes today. Thank you guys. Sorry, but this is deliberate. It's no mistake. I would gather evidence, as already stated. My concern is how long has he been doing this and how many people are affected. Trust your gut.